Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the money moves of big corporations, and today UPEXI Incorporated seems to be making some interesting moves that might have you scratching your head. Stick around as we break down why they are raising cash in a way that smells a little bit like a desperate gamble. So, we're diving into a Form 8K, which is like a company's urgent announcement to the world. Think of it as a company shouting an important news flash before it is too late. This report is talking about something that happened on the 26th of November, 2025. Now, UPEXI Incorporated is a company whose stock is actually traded on the Nasdaq. Under the ticker UPSI, that means ordinary folks like us can actually buy and sell pieces of this company. And here is a little detail that often tells us something about the company's size and stage. They are calling themselves an emerging growth company. This usually means they are younger, probably still figuring out their long-term strategies, and might not have the same reporting burdens as older, larger corporations. This is where the real juicy stuff is. UPEXI announced that they've made a deal to sell a bunch of their stock and something called warrants. Imagine they are selling slices of the company, and for each slice they're also giving away coupons that let people buy even more slices later at a set price. They are selling over 3 million shares of their stock, and they are also giving away the right to buy over 3 million more shares. That is a lot of potential shares hitting the market, and they are doing this for a combined price of $3.04 per S-Hair and warrant package. Now this price is important because the report says it is priced above the at-the-market price. When a company sells stock like this, especially to a single big investor, it is often a sign they need cash quickly. Selling it at a higher price than what it's currently trading for might seem good. But it can also signal that they are raising money at any cost. These warrants, these special coupons, have an exercise price of $4. This means whoever buys them can buy UPEXI stock for $4 anytime within the next 4 years. The fact that it is immediately exercisable and has a higher strike price than the current offering price is a way to incentivize investors who are willing to bet on the company's future growth if the stock price goes above $4. These warrants become very valuable. This deal is expected to be finalized around the 1st of December 2025. That is pretty soon. The actual announcement, the press release, is attached as an exhibit, meaning it's part of the official filing. This is the document that spells out all the details for that single investor. We're not going to read the whole press release, but the key takeaway is that they've secured financing through a private placement, which means they dealt directly with one or more sophisticated investors, instead of selling to the general public on the stock exchange. Now, this whole process of selling more stock and warrants is a way for the company to raise money. Companies do this when they need to fund operations, invest in new projects, pay off debts, or sometimes just to keep the lights on. Given the details, especially the sale of warrants with a higher strike price, it suggests UPEXI is looking for significant capital, and perhaps is willing to offer a sweet deal to a large investor who believes in their long-term prospects. This part is just technical data for the electronic filing itself. This section just lists out all the documents that are being submitted with this report, like the press release we just talked about. This whole filing, this Form 8K, is their way of saying, hey world, something important just happened and you need to know about it. We just made a deal to get a chunk of cash by selling more ownership pieces of our company. Alright, let's put on our investor hat and see what this really means for UPEXI Incorporated. On the surface, raising capital is often good. It means the company has a plan and needs fuel for it. Selling stock and warrants to a single institutional investor isn't necessarily a red flag on its own. These investors are typically sophisticated and do their homework. The fact that they're selling at a price above the current market shows that there is some confidence from this investor. However, the devil is in the details. Selling new shares, especially in a private placement, can dilute the ownership of existing shareholders. This means that each existing share now represents a smaller piece of the company. The warrants, with their higher exercise price, are essentially a bet on the company's future success. If UPEXI can grow its stock price significantly beyond where it is now, these warrant holders will profit, which is good for the company as it means they achieved that growth. But if the stock price doesn't move much, these warrants might expire worthless, which would be a missed opportunity for the investors who bought them. The biggest question UPEXI needs to answer is, what are they going to do with this money? Are they investing in groundbreaking new products, expanding into new markets? Or are they simply trying to cover operating losses? Without more information about the company's strategy and financial health, leading up to this, it is hard to say for sure. If this money is going towards sensible growth initiatives, this could be a positive turning point. If it is just to keep the business afloat without a clear path forward, it might be a sign of deeper trouble. As Warren Buffett might say, We need to see the economic engine of the company running smoothly. This cash infusion could either power that engine or just keep a sputtering one going for a bit longer. Ultimately, UPEXI Incorporated is making a significant move to raise capital. The success of this move will hinge on their ability to use that money wisely to drive future growth and shareholder value. Keep an eye on their stock performance and future announcements to see if this was a smart strategic play or just a temporary fix. Alright, that is our breakdown of UPEXI's. Latest filing, what is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think this capital raise will be a success? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description to continue the conversation. Thanks for watching, see you next time.